We are now on the sixth and final task for the Getting Started with IBM Engineering Requirements Management Doors Next Quick Start. In Task 6, Audit History and Change Comparison, y'all will take a look at the audit trail that is automatically captured by Doors Next. You will then set the link validity to valid for the requirements you manage, and then before attempting to deliver your changes to the team, you will see how to compare the differences between Susan's work area and the original requirements. Finally, y'all will attempt to deliver the changes, which will not be possible as the project is under strict change control, and although Susan has linked her changes to a work item, that work item does not have the correct approvals. To get started, we're going to go over to the top right hand corner of our screen where there is three little lines forming what looks to be like a hamburger. When we mouse over that, it says more actions, so we're going to click on that and we will see a menu that will pop up to us, and we're going to scroll down and click on Open History. Something that I want to note here is that history may be viewed for individual artifacts, or in this example, we're taking a look at history for the entire module. On the left-hand side of the page, next to Revisions, we need to click on Audit History. It will take just a second to load all the changes that have been made, and we can see here all the changes that Susan has been made since we are in Susan's account that we have been doing throughout the course of this module. Now, go over to the left side and click on Expand All. This shows us even finer detail into what was changed. Scroll through this menu just to see absolutely everything that was changed and added throughout the course of the module. Now, go back up to the top right hand corner and click on Close History. We're going to look at applying an upstream view. To do that, in the Views panel, click on View number 3, Satisfies. This view shows upstream traceability. Now, we need to go find artifact 4092. To do that, we could either search that in the filter box up above, but I'm just going to scroll up, and I've already noticed that 4092 is previously selected for me. But it is a suspect linked, which we can tell that by the gray question mark available underneath the Satisfies column. Since we know that this artifact is valid, we need to change the validity by clicking on the gray question mark and clicking on Valid. Now, let's take a look at some of the changes that have been made. And to do that, we're going to come back up to the top here and click on Susan's Avery base, and we're going to click on Compare with Stream. What we need to now do is click on Next up at the top right. Since there are no differences between the folders, we need to hit Next, and now we are looking at these artifact views, and we can see that there is a difference between a view and two different artifacts. Down at the bottom, we can see something that says in both but different 11. This might vary for y'all, but you can click it and you can see everything that is located in both of those streams, but is different. This number will be different based upon how many of the previous artifacts you set as valid or did any other modifications to them that we were doing in Task 5. Taking a look at these artifacts more in depth, I'm going to come up to the top here and I'm just going to click on one of them. The one that I'm going to click on is 4015 Avery System Requirements. It'll take just a second to load, and what it's showing you here is the difference between the source and the base. Now, one thing that you can do in this menu, we don't have to go over to the left pane and click on 4092. What we can do is we can come down here to where it's blue, mouse over 4092, the hummingbird shall remain airborne for at least 3 hours, and we can click on Show Changes Directly, and this will bring us into a window that will show exactly the changes that were made to this artifact. Some other options that we have is we could do synchronized scrolling, so if there's a lot to read here, we could just check out that box and scroll down. We could also page up and page down, and we also have some other options available to us for side-by-side comparison, or we could click on Open Artifact and go into the source, target, or we could open both of them side by side. But what we're going to want to do is hit the X that is in the top right hand corner of this little window to close out of it. Finally, click on Create Report, and we're going to have Include Component Properties checked, Include Folders checked, Include Artifacts checked, and Include Chain Sets checked. Now you can choose the output format that you want, but we're just going to leave it in PDF format versus a Word document. Finally, click on OK. This will take some time to create the report, and I will come back once the report has been generated. Now that the report has generated, we can hit close, and to check out the report, come down to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen where the report has downloaded. Open the report. We're scrolling through the report, we can see everything that has been changed, but let's hop back inside of the Quick Start and finish it up. Click on Close on the Compare Configuration screen, and click on Susan Avery Base up in the top right-hand corner, and since we're happy with everything, we're going to click on Deliver Change Set. Uh-oh, we had an error. This change set must be linked to an approved change request to be delivered. Click on Susan's Avery Base, then navigate over to the left-hand corner of this little menu to our work item that is 299 Extend Operating Range, and click on that. Head over and click on the Links menu that is to the right of Overview, and note that underneath Change Sets, Existing Operating Range has been populated there. Finally, to the right of Links, click on Approvals. Take a look at there are several approvals required from Dave and Pete before this change set can be approved. In a real-world project, Susan would of course be able to continue implementing the change request. There are other system requirements that need to change, and these would impact subsystem and component requirements further downstream. These changes would be reviewed and approved before change set delivery would be authorized. What I just mentioned is just a little bit outside the scope of this short introductory Quick Start lab, but there is a demonstration video available that shows this process, including creating a baseline with electronic signature. That is available inside the ELM for medical devices videos. Congratulations on finishing the Getting Started with IBM Engineering Requirements Management Doors Next Quick Start. As always, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions, and make sure to check out the other videos available for these quick starts.